Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now where we left off, we are preparing for the upcoming offensive season, which is pretty damn close. We're halfway through March. We just have to wait for the mud to clear. No, the main thrusts is going to be straight north from Kharkov. And I don't know how far we're going to get. I don't know what kind of resistance we're going to hit, but that's where the main thrust is going to be. And we're gonna have enough troops for it. Well, the first thing I'm gonna freaking do is, as soon as the weather clears, we're going to launch an assault right here, push this bulge out of the line, and that way they don't have a little. Actually, we might be able to try that right now. Let's launch a little attack here, see how bad it is. Fort modifier. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. So they have a huge fort modifier. The fort modifier is the mud. Alrighty. So we're in a pretty good position. We'll push any bulges out of the lines, and we are going to launch. Well, I feel like we could use more troops right here. I mean, we have some spares. I mean, these aren't great units. Let's detach. These are Czech units. Oop, no, I didn't. That was wrong. Let's see here. Let's try that again. Nope. Ah, that worked. Let's give them a new core. And let's see. Let's move these guys up here. I mean, they're not great units, but they'll work at a pinch. Reserves. They are going to need leaders, though. So let's whip this open. I gotta I think I neglected to give most of my ships leaders, and I was told that ship leaders actually can do a good amount of difference when you're talking about things like spotting. So we could give. We have U-boats? We have U-boats in Italy. Interesting. All right. Well, let's give them a leader. Go to skill level. There we go. I'll mess around with the Navy a little bit later. I'm really more interested in getting this attack set up proper-like. And we're still wasting, it says. But I feel like it's just because it's not using it correctly. And I know some people complained about that little activate Windows thing down here. Trust me, I tried to fucking get rid of it. When I went to actually activate my copy of Windows, which for some reason was perfectly activated before I switched to Windows 10, it said my copy of Windows has been blocked by Microsoft. Having the foggiest fucking idea why. I have a perfectly valid I paid full price for it. It's perfectly valid. I have no idea what the hell's going on there, but whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm not terribly concerned with it. Alright, so I need all these infantry really need to get in place because I gotta pull these tanks out. I have a lot of infantry here. Well, just got to get them into the place and they'll be fine. And then we can kind of even it out a little. We have some SS units that'll work perfectly fine right here. Actually put the SS core in there too because it does have a little bit of combat units attached to it. We have some Romanian units. I kind of want to keep them away from the front though, just for now. Just because I don't want them sucking up supplies that we don't need them to yet. We have a bunch of units right here too. Another SS unit. It's going to get redeployed to Kharkov. And these are all infantry divisions right here. So what we can do... Let's see. Is there any regular Army Corps nearby that need units? Well, that's armor. Shit, that's armor right there. Thought it said infantry. Panzer division. I just read that wrong. So let's see. What are we working with? So that's a Panzer Division. So let's see. Panzer Army Corps, 47th Panzer Army Corps right here. There we go. Let's grab him and move him over here. Gotta get there quick. That leaves us, let's take off this dude. Then we'll take off the Panzer. And that leaves these four right here. Now, for starters, they all need leaders. Oof. That's a good leader right there. But I kind of feel like he would be better off in a Army Corps level command. That's 4 fresh divisions right there. Let's see. There's got to be a corps nearby that could use them. Like, well, is that a partially empty one? Well, it was. Oh, we can move them up there. What about the rest of them? 8th Army Corps. I guess we did need more up there, didn't we? So I see 5 in there. Panzers. All right, who's not attached? 6th Army Corps. Which one is that? It's this one right here. I like having them full if possible. 6th Army Corps. So let's move you right there. That means we can actually spread the line out a little more too. So Soviet fighters fighting German fighters here. These guys do have leaders and they are attached to a command structure. Inner Gulf of Finland. We need more fighters. I'd love to. We need more fighters to put into reserves. There's a lot of these guys. They're doing great, but they just get a little shot up. Right, let's actually cancel that. Now, paratroopers. We do have some paratroopers right here. Well, theoretically, we have some paratroopers. Oh, there's a Panzer division right there. Get the fuck up here. Infantry. Lots of infantry in reserve here. You can clearly see where I'm building up the attack. This one, this flank right here, I'm not terribly concerned with how far it gets because this is kind of going to be the main access, and it's going to be pretty easy to defend. But you know what we do need? We do need infantry here. So why don't we have infantry coming in? Do you think we can leave it to the Czechs to guard the the river here? Infantry, artillery, heavy AA. Some of them aren't complete units, but they are going to be there. They're going to have good defensive positions. I think it'll be okay. And there is infantry nearby if we need it. All right, I think we'll be fine. Oh, and I keep forgetting about things like this, but Strader's Raiders have returned in the form of Tigers. And if I could goddamn find it, somebody had a great 20 Italians had a great. He wanted the 20th Infantry Division renamed 20's 20th. Can't find the 20th Infantry Division, so I was just thinking about renaming one of the other ones. Let's grab one that's like in the crux of it here. How about one of the? Oh, there it is, right there. Hey, fucking A. Oh, no, that's not the yellow ones. I can't. The yellow ones I can't rename. So let's just do this. Let's grab an infantry division. Or, yeah, let's grab one of the ones defending Kharkov. I like that. And we'll name it, we'll call it the 20th Infantry Division. And then what I like to do is, just for naming conventions, what I like to do is pop it on the end. If I could type. There we go. 20's 20th. That's for 20 Italians. Now, one other person, a Patreon donor. He had some planes named in the. Ooh, these guys are lacking leaders. He did have some planes named in previous. I thought I did these. Previous series, but that series is no longer valid, so we're gonna call them Bacon's Bomber, Bovers. I can't type and talk at the same time, apparently. Like I said before, any Patreon donors will get their naming conventions. Anybody who comes up with a good name, like 20 Italians did, not a Patreon. Wait, he is a Patreon donor. I just realized that. Thanks, 20. I just like that name. All right, so how are we doing down here? Still moving. We need to crank this up a little. And they are whipping themselves against the lines here. These anti-tank guns have a piercing attack of 26.5. That's the same as my... we'll sort by piercing attack. Oh, heavy AA is up to 34 now. Let's... well, we have Let's do this. Brigade attachment, heavy AA. Let's bring a lot of this in, actually. 20 times 4, or 10 times 4. They're cheap. They should be relatively, they'll be done by May. They're relatively quick to build. They're just really good at simultaneously defending against air attack and ground attack. Think the famed 88mm anti-aircraft, anti-tank gun. Still launching attacks here. At least 2 of the 3 divisions here have commanders in them. Somebody was saying in the comments it didn't make any sense why I was, I reorganized the army, but then I didn't give my Tigers leader. If you guys don't know, you can't reassign leaders in combat. You have to wait for they're out of combat. And I thought I actually mentioned that, but maybe I didn't. You have to wait till they're out of combat before you can assign leaders. It makes perfect sense to me. You can't just swap them out while they're in the throes of combat. Looks really low, but these guys just got reorganized. They got their new leaders, so I'm not terribly concerned. Yeah, they are hurling themselves at these lines, and I don't get it. So these guys need to move up still. Moving kind of slowly because partially the weather, partially the terrain. Probably mostly weather. Alright, so we got tanks stacked up here. It doesn't look like they're all getting the supplies they need, though. I mean, what we could do is there's plenty of supplies here, and there's supply planes here. So if we want, what we could do is just do this. Air supply right there. We have transports in several other locations as well. So let's click on Kharkov. Let's do air supply and shift-click, select these 3 regions and send them in. Just make sure these guys are fresh and ready for the attack. These guys are fine. We need to assign leaders to them, though. And this is why we save some of those good people. I'll give you a promotion, throw them into a corps level. And I do have a decent amount of units stacked up here, as you can see, because there will be attacks that are kind of directed towards Leningrad. And I am terrible at this kind of thing, but like they set up these like clearly you're never going to be able to paradrop those kinds of things. But we should be able to do this one. So that one should be fine. And this one should be fine. We don't have a leader, though, so we can bring in a leader. Because I would like to use these paratroopers. Now, filters. Oh my god. Somebody actually told me about that. You could just right-click on something. A couple people mentioned it. Jesus Christ. So, what is the one for airborne units called? Let's look. Pause. Tank, buster, spotter, defensive, assault, fortress, commando. That's not it. Elite commando, genius, airborne. There we go. Some airborne guys. All right. Well, there's that. We could try to airland these. What I'm thinking might be a good idea is trying to airland units behind the front lines so that when the tanks do break through, that's free territory to pass into. So the main assault is going to be right here because as you can see we can attack it from 2 directions, but we'll also try to hit the other areas as well. The block reinforcements are coming in because I'd like to be able to move in multiple directions here. This is going to be a really rough attack. We're going to have to throw in some bombers. We have these massive SS units we can bring in. These guys are not getting molested, so that's good. These guys aren't getting intercepted. Oh, wait. All right, how's our upgrades aren't too bad. Anything coming up? We got fighters coming off soon. April, May, we might have those SS Panzer divisions up in time. Looks like the infrastructure is not going to be done until April mostly. So let's try to burn through March. I mean, ooh, combine arms, commando training, commando, command, and command control. Commando, command, and control, that's a lot of C's. Desert unit training, airborne unit training, airborne unit training. Oh, that's special, that's all special forces, right? Infantry, what was all that? Where would all that have been? Not in here. Although there is some stuff on here we should probably add on. Special ops, there it is. I'm gonna keep those on there. Jet engine research is coming along. So our units have arrived. So let's grab our panzers. Let's redeploy them over here. So we just need to get them away. This is actually going to be nice because it's going to take it's going to take 5 panzer divisions and move them away, you know, closer to the supply centers. Battle of Kharkov. Dropping supplies in just to make sure they get there. The SS divisions, massive, huge SS divisions. These guys are 14,000. Some, I mean, one of these, I don't remember which one it was. I thought I saw 34 on one of them. More units coming in. All right, we just gotta wait for the weather. Voroshilovgrad, 69 men killed for 33,000. Yep, 33,000 men killed. On top of the other several 100,000 killed in those battles. Basically, all they're doing is destroying our transports. Alright, these units are going to get there in time. I have every confidence in that. A little surprised the supplies aren't getting down here easier. Battle of Rostov-on-Don, not worried about that. I mean, what time are you going to arrive? March 22nd at 4 a.m. That's just a few hours away. I do have... yeah, I made it. Nice. I do have more men coming. So we got it doubled. So there's multiple infantry divisions here. Or there's 2 infantry corps here. Alright, so let's move... Oh, that's a division. You're not attached to anybody? No, you are. Attached to this guy. Is this the other one? Yeah. I could probably thin that out a little bit. Save some troops. Now look, I got a lot of men here. Backup infantry. I've got, these are... I don't think, these are just fascist militia. I mean, I'm sure they can hold Kiev, you know, in a winter attack across the river into a city perfectly fine, but anything other than that. These guys are going to be guarding the river, basically. I'm not going to give them too much river. I'll probably 5 divisions, maybe 2 provinces. Thinking these guys are going to be needed over here, so move them to Korsun. Reserves. Boy, have I learned what reserves are good for. The Roland Battalion Commandos. I have all these commandos here. Haven't done anything with them yet. So this guy needs this guy. Can't do anything for 43 hours. Did I strategically redeploy him instead of moved him? Must have. No, they're moving units around a lot. I see a lot of movement, but I don't know what the fuck they're planning on. I can't imagine it'd be anything too crazy. No commander? What? I could have sworn I went through and gave all these units freaking commanders. Which... Every once in a while they do something like that. That doesn't have a stacking penalty? Oh, 90%. Never mind. It does have a stacking penalty. Alright, still, you need to cool off for a little while. I must have missed somebody somewhere. I have no idea which unit it was, though. Piercing attack of 34. Who's got a piercing of 34 in here? Did my heavy AA get upgraded? Yeah. Nice. Range fighting equipment, artillery, barrel, and ammunition. Heavy AA, soft attack. Offensiveness. I need to get these. I mean, I think they're already on here. Let's do this. All this artillery stuff's important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off like this. And then I'm going to put it back on. And now they'll be at the bottom of the list, so it'll be easy to find. It was being worked. I just wanted to make sure it was being worked on. Because that stuff's very important to me. So where's this happening? Here it is. This one? Alright, there we go. Let's have them go back. Let's assign him a leader. Make sure he's attached to the Luftwaffe command structure. There we go. Nice. They are bombing the fuck out of me, left and right. I'm not too worried about it, honestly. They're not doing very much damage. I mean, they're having a hell of a time doing anything to get across these rivers. I mean, it'll be better. Ooh, spring mud clears. Spring mud clears. Spring mud clears. The mud finally dries up. Attacking the enemy will no longer be affected by mud in most places. We can attack again. So that's going to give them a little bit of oomph in some of these places, but we do have some backups. So we don't have, all the panzers haven't arrived just yet. All right, so why do you have so many more? Ah, you have motorized infantry attached to you. So there's a fort night modifier. So we're going to grab these other tanks. And then these are just going to support attack. Support attack. Just need to bust through right here. Should be fine there. And now we need to work on this province right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these Tigers. And probably going to, how about a couple other divisions attack. These guys have piercing armor of 21, so they can pierce my armor. Probably not on the Tigers. Armor of 29. No, okay. What we can do is then take a couple more Tigers or Panzer divisions, launch them into the side here, make sure they're going. And then what I can do is grab my SS divisions, supported by a couple infantry, launch them north, straight north. All right, now what we're going to do over here, we're going to attack you there and support attack there. Boom. So you guys, minus the... Well, you can actually join in on the attack. Support attack. Actually throw those guys into the attack. Now, these guys... Oh, I don't think these guys are attached to any command structure. Filters. Well, now everything's off. Ah, right mouse button to reset. There we go. There we go. I wish these guys, I noticed them. A lot of the units got, you know, rebuilt, things like that, and then sent to the front, and I forgot about them. So they're pretty far away. So there's nobody that in need of a full core. Or in need of, you know, replacement there. But this guy's good. Logistical Master. Let's put him in charge there. And we'll attach him to the nearest army, which is this one right here. These guys... Ah, not all these guys are attached to the command structure. Let's, before we do anything else, let's grab the Army Corps. Okay, good. Now we can see that everybody's properly attached in here. We can probably tell. We got 2.17 million men on the front right now. Combat units on the front. This is going to be the battle I'm most interested in. And oh yeah, we're ripping through the Soviet forces here. Well, I thought I saw it plummet. Now it's going down slowly. Some of the other ones are plummeting. All right, good. All right, now what we need to do here: attack, attack, support attack, support attack. Squish this out. That'll save me some infantry. hate this little bulge right here. But attacking across the river just seems like a terrible idea right now. We want... Wow. They retreated a lot faster than I expected. So, somebody needs to stay behind to guard Kharkov. Everybody else needs to move on. Okay. Okay, the attack is officially going, and frankly, I'm a little nervous as to how it's going to go. I think... I don't know. BlackICE scares me sometimes. Is this the right... Are these the right divisions? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this core, all these divisions. We're going to actually attack with them. Get them a little combat experience. I mean, they should... The heavy artillery just blast through these lines like they weren't even there, so I'm not worried about that. Right, so we're doing okay. You know, I forgot to add these elite light infantry to my regular light infantry. I was going to do that. Let's move this guy up just to make sure. Well, because this guy could probably have held out until the cows came home, but, you know, he got reorganized and blah, 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 blah. Alright, so units are moving. Panzer. Motorized infantry. Let's leave 2 infantry divisions in right there. Well, that's more than 2. That's 2. And we're going to leave 1... 20s, 20s. I like that. I remember they were in Kharkov. We're going to leave them in Kharkov. Ahaha! Alright, so we're making progress. Now, what we can do is support the attack here, break that hole in the line, and push towards Kursk. Ooh, you know what we need to do, though? Well, we could go for a few more minutes. I'm about to say, we need to end this episode is what we need to do first. No, we could go for just a few more. Alright, how's this battle going? Alright, they're just about spent here. Normally I wouldn't be worried about this at all, but they just have pre-existing low organization. I should always follow my instincts. 10 seconds after I decided to continue playing for a few minutes, I had a 20-minute phone call I had to take. Well, anyway, let's now... Well, it's been 20 minutes for me. It's been a second for you. Now let's continue. I love that we actually have an entire another Panzer Corps heading up this way. Wish I had done it sooner, but they're going to get there in plenty of time to participate. I mean, we have enough units right here. I'm afraid of stacking too many right here and running out of supplies. Alright, we got units up there. These are all ones that were actually involved in the attack, so they are a little... Ooh, look how close Pretzel is to be being ranked 4 already. Well, he was probably pretty close when that initially happened. Alright, so infantry are moving up, involved in the bombing of Kiev here. Wow, they got wrecked in the bombing of Kiev, it looks like. Either that or they're brand new. What? Maybe they're brand new. Brand new, that's what it was. They didn't get wrecked, they're just new. Alright, we have some infantry heading over to this front too. Excellent. Alright, these guys are going to arrive in days. You think these guys will last days? I don't know, Soviet troops are getting a little weary. Alright, how are we doing here? Roslaw. Good. Doing fine here. I mean, I'm not terribly concerned about, you know, throwing the inappropriate guys into the attack right now because I just want to make sure, well, what we could actually do to help is this. We capture that land right there. That'll help out a lot. Ooh, radar advances. Allows research of radar-guided missiles and radar-guided bombs. Yeah, these units are actually Hungarian and Czech fighters that I combined. Alright, so electronics. Radar. Now if we go to secret, That's way ahead. Flying bomb, though. Let's take that off. We got road network. Should mean upgrade the 25th Infantry Division. Alright. And upgrade them. Road network level 6. There we go. Oh, it feels good to have started the assault. Alright, now what we're going to do is grab panzers. There. I mean, tigers. Now let's see, we're going to grab these 2 infantry divisions, launch them directly north. Alright, I don't know how well these attacks are going, so I want to make sure that they're going good, but I don't want to invest too many men into them that were, you know, other areas are going to be hurting. Support attack. Bam, right there. How we doing here? Perfect. How we doing here? Perfect. Alright, we won some attacks here. We got infantry moving into the area. Here's the giant Viking division. It's freaking huge. 36,000 men in one division. Alright, now, attack's underway. Everything's going. These guys are actually not doing nearly as well as I hoped. Piercing attack. These guys have heavy armor. Do we have any? We have a 33. They have armor. Their armor is basically 1 higher than our piercing attack. That sucks. Launch everybody into this attack here. See if that'll make the difference. You know what? Let's where are these guys out of range for this? No. Ground attack, day. Ground attack, day. Are those continuous? 4 there. 5, 5, 4 there. Oh, we have 2 more now. 5, 4 there. So we have 1 extra one. Throw them right here. Fill out a couple divisions. Study for level 2 Air Force. Yes, we're going to do that. Flush out the command structure a little bit. And before I go... No, not carriers. Where am I looking? Operational... Command. There we go. Take that off. Okay, everybody. So we're going to leave it here. If you have enjoyed this episode, please just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3... just subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.